Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another, well, it won't be a short little unboxing because there are 8 knives here. Miguron was quiet for a little bit. Hadn't heard from him. And then I got 8 knives all at once. Now, I don't normally open this many knives in one video, but I think what we have here is some duplicates, some sets. I think maybe we have 3 different products here, but won't know until we open them up, which is what we're going to do today. Today's video is just an unboxing and first impressions, not a review, but I will link everything down in the description so that you guys can check this stuff out if you want to. Thanks so much to Miguron for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. Big fan of Miguron here lately, especially after their huge change to HRC. And by the way, this has been verified by our own resident Taylor, who will have data down in the comments. But yeah, confirmed. And on top of that, their prices have stayed ridiculously low. They are an absolute powerhouse, especially in the budget knife world right now. There's not an enormous amount of reason to, I mean, there are a couple of other companies, I guess, that I would say are fairly competitive, but Miguron really is truly reigning supreme here in value. If you have not checked out their recent budget knives, you absolutely should. This is called the Hovor. Okay, this is called the Hovor. Do we have more? Okay, I believe we are following suit with what they've been doing here recently. Really cool material. So I don't know what material this is. It'll obviously say on their website, and we'll find out when we do the final review. But I'm reacting to this blindly. But really nice. Another cool thing about Miguron here lately is they're doing things as far as materials that you can expect on the handles. Different things, way off the beaten path. We're used to G10, micarta, injection mold plastic, and aluminum in the budget knife world. They are doing different things. Sometimes it's those materials but they're coated in something else. I don't know what this is, but it looks super cool. Perhaps it actually said on the box. It doesn't. That's okay. What we have here almost sort of like a folding kukri kind of. What do we have here with this one? This is 14. Is this 14C20 19C27. So not sure what the price is going to be on this, but what I can say for certain is that it's going to be very competitive and definitely low. But 9C27, to my knowledge, is a more expensive steel than D2, so I wouldn't expect this to be one of their $35 bangers, but still, definitely good. I believe Taylor has confirmed that even their 19C27 is up there in the super high HRC range. At least versus, I think it's high in general, but definitely versus competition. So this is a button-operated liner lock, which is super cool. It is tucked away, so it is not a liner lock that is operational via the standard way, but you can operate that with the button. Not a top liner lock, not a compression lock, but a button-operated liner lock. Very cool. Gonna guess that this is the same deal here in a different color. Oh, and perhaps a special boy. I think maybe. This might be a premium version of the knife that came out the side. Okay, so what we have here is the same knife, and we are, no, it's 19C27. So there must be, it's just a difference in the handle material. We've got the Sagaya pattern here. Very cool. So I'm going to guess this is aluminum. It would be odd to couple titanium with 19C27, but I wouldn't necessarily put it past Miguron. But same operation, same idea, just some different colors here. So it's nice that they do still offer, the materials that we're used to. We're just anodizing things in some interesting colors. But 2 cool ones there. Moving on to the next set here, I assume I kind of laid these out because they came in individual packages. So I imagine each package was a different model. We'll see if we can. I'm going to use a knife. We're going to not use the obsidian toenail for this because this, there we go. That seal there was, the quality seal was really fighting me. So next up we have one called the, oh, this is still the Hovor. So this is yet another variation here. Okay. I believe now what we're looking at is likely G10. Boy, Miguron, your quality seals, the seals themselves are very high quality. Perhaps that's what that means. This is a very difficult to get past seal. It is a high quality seal. Okay, G10, and then we have black. This is probably not. In fact, it is almost certainly not, and it is absolutely not DLC. But it is likely some sort of PVD coating. So very nice. They've done that in the past. Given that this is a combination 19C27 G10 and, you know, like the basic clip, which is a nice clip, by the way, it's probably still a really, really low price. It would not surprise me if this comes in at like 40 or so, 45 maybe, but it's hard to say without looking. It's hard for me to judge Miguron because every time I guess, it's like they're either, well, usually they're lower than what I guess. I'll let you guys look at the link down there. Okay, now we're looking at a new model. So there we go. We've got these guys here. And this feels like a non-budget box. This feels like a premium. Oh, no. We have scales. Many scales. So why did this say Valor? So these are all the interchangeable parts for these knives. So we've got some fade. This might actually be titanium. You know what? So I said it was weird to couple titanium with 19C27, but come to think of it, Miguron does that. They absolutely do. And plus, looking at the anodizing spectrum, this looks like ti-ano, not aluminum ano. So that is most likely what we're looking at. Very cool. So I'm gonna guess then from here, we are probably, look at all the different colors for the pocket clips too. Pocket clip, the button, all of the individual buttons are different. Very cool. Continuing on that same theme, we've seen that. I'm trying not to slice my finger open there. We saw that with a previous model. Yeah, we're going to see. The variation of this stuff is just wild. This is a different material yet. Absolutely no idea what material this is. Of course, I will cover it in the final review. Black and orange there. Is this? No, that's the liner there. Okay. Interesting how the jimping, there is jimping on the liner, I guess just for grip. Okay. Very cool. Not only are the prices going to be good on this stuff. I mean, I don't even have to look at the price to know. The price is going to be good. But your options, there's a material. This is that resin feeling stuff. I think it was, these two are different weights. I think I want to weigh these because I feel like it's a coating on top of two different materials. But if they're the same weight, then I'm stupid and I don't know how to tell the difference between. They feel slightly different. Okay, so this one here, 3.1 ounces. I mean, not really. 3.3. Why is this 3.2? I guess they're the same. And maybe this is on top of, it's some sort of coating on top of aluminum. I mean, these guys here are definitely heavier. Like this guy here. So this one, which I'm now guessing is titanium, is 3.6 ounces. It's definitively heavier. This guy here feels lighter. It's the same. So maybe this is the same material with different coatings. What does the G10 one weigh? The G10 one is the lightest. Okay, so not too much variation between them. But we have seen this before with one of the previous models. Okay, I feel like Power Rangers. We're getting all of the different colors there. All right, next up, it could literally be anything. I think it's neat that they give you the option for tie. Oh, this one's like a swampy. We have like a swampy green kind of. I'm telling you, these quality stickers are intense. This has yet a different feel to it. So between this This, and obviously the titanium. Right? I mean, the G10 obviously feels different, but these are all of these feel completely different. This is a little slick. This is almost like a incredibly fine texture. This is extremely slick, like glossy. I mean, you can see it. Like the light that it's reflecting. This is reflecting nothing. This is subtle. This is a lot of light. All of them feel completely different. Okay. And we have one more. I'm just getting them out so you guys can see them all. One more here. Could literally be anything. Your guess is as good as mine. No recognizable pattern between the randomness. Another green. Okay, but also something similar. I literally am not even going to try and pull that one open. I'm just going to cut it because the sticker is such a high quality thing. This same green, they said it and I had it, and it's in the review from one of the previous models. It's the Thali, I think, or something like that. But I have already forgotten what they call this. But yeah, a material, or at least a coating that is from some other recent Miguron release. These are cool. The more that I proceed here, as I have continued to open these, the more certain I am that these are, in fact, absolute budget slam dunks. Like, this is their next crazy budget slam dunk. And if not this one, I would urge you to go and look at all of Miguron's recent releases, because they are insane. Miguron has become this sort of bar or standard that I point to, because throughout all these years of reviewing knives, I have always, and I've mentioned this many times in videos, I've always thought there's more room than a lot of these companies are leading on. And as time progressed, inflation, this is going up, we have to increase our price. And I was like, yeah, maybe some of that. But it also feels like a convenient excuse. And especially, I was looking at some companies were hitting appropriate HRC numbers and some weren't. And a lot of times the company's excuse for hitting a lower HRC number is, we want the product to be serviceable by, the customer. Well, maybe that made a lot more sense in the early 2010s. But your diamond guided systems, like your diamond stone guided systems, are far more common and far more affordable, sort of trivializing, not trivializing, but a lot of what was, really, really, really difficult or impossible to sharpen a long time ago is now much easier. The average person can sharpen this stuff, whether we're looking at a super steel or just like a really high hardness budget steel. And so it was starting to sound more like it's a cost that we can cut by stopping, at this point. They would always say, it gets brittle and we have people sending stuff in for warranty. But you find out that that's not really the case. These are a lot of excuses, but we found that as many other companies had continued to increase their HRC, we did not see, at least from my perspective, we did not see an equal rise in, warranty issues. People saying, my blade shipped. We just didn't see this. And after talking with a lot of people behind a lot of these companies that did increase their HRC, they confirmed, no, this is something that everybody should be able to do. But when they don't do it, it's more of a cost-cutting thing. And I've talked with many, many people behind a lot of these companies from various countries. It turns out it's almost always that, unless some company has a really hardcore, we only do this range very specific, I when it comes to CPM 20 CV, for example, personally, I think it shines between 60 and 62, really more so 61, 62. Rick Hinderer Knives, I think, still uses the Peters heat treat, which very specifically lands between 59 and 61. Now, this is close enough that it's an argumentative range, right? You could make an argument for that it's not necessarily a cost-cutting measure, but more so just a preference of maker. For one reason or another. But when companies are hitting it 57 to 59 or 58 to 60, in that situation, it's you're just trying to save money. So yeah, and it absolutely does affect everything. I think Taylor was the one who pointed out to me and other people in the comments that machining and grinding and things like that, all of this is altered by the HRC hardness, which does add, of course, time, wear and tear on machines and tools and things like that. So it absolutely is something that adds cost. But anyways, with Miguron hitting these numbers with a lot of these steels, and on top of that delivering, without a shadow of a doubt, super high quality. The tolerances on these things are amazing. They're also using handle materials and they're doing other things that many companies use as an excuse to raise prices. They're doing all of this at the same time, not one or two of these things. They're doing all of these things and hitting their HRC numbers and still coming in lower than the competition, proving to me that despite all of these excuses from a lot of these companies, and obviously the rules are not the same, you know, you're going to start pulling in like American companies. It's like, well, right there, those are made in the United States. They cost more to create. They just factually do. A lot of these Chinese companies that make budget knives are charging far more than they need to, and Miguron is proof of that. So what Miguron is doing is awesome for a multitude of reasons, but they are incredible if you're looking for your first good budget knife, if you're looking for a good budget knife for somebody else, or you're just looking for just a good knife, right? Miguron is a company that everybody should be looking at right now. They are absolutely incredible, doing awesome stuff. So you may not like this has a little bit of a goofy silhouette. It's got a kind of a goofy look to it. It may not be your cup of tea. Something that Miguron sells on their website will likely cater to your tastes. They have, you know, all shapes and sizes there. So, but anyways, that's going to be it for the unboxing today. I will review this product. Obviously, I'm going to give all this stuff away. I might keep one for myself, but I'll give the rest of it away. We do live streams on this channel most of the time, Friday evenings at 8:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time in the summer, Central Standard Time in the winter, and that's when I give stuff away. So you can join us then. But anyways, that's going to be it from me today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex. So go right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.